If you have ever said the words, "I am bad with money," to yourself, to a friend, to a partner, I need you to hear something important. That belief is not a personality trait. It is not a character flaw. It is not something you were born with. It is a story that was handed to you by your upbringing, by your experiences, by a financial system that benefits enormously from you believing it. And it is costing you far more than you realize. You were never taught how money works. Not properly. School spent years teaching you algebra, history, and literature. Hours of your education dedicated to subjects you may never use again. And the average person received fewer than 5 hours of personal finance education in their entire formal schooling. Often none at all. You were handed a world built around money and given almost no instruction manual. The surprise is not that some people struggle with money. The surprise is that anyone figures it out at all without dedicated guidance. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what is actually happening when you struggle with money. And it has nothing to do with intelligence, willpower, or character. I'm going to show you the 3 real reasons people struggle financially, and the one mindset reframe that has helped more people take control of their money than any budgeting system or investment strategy ever could. Before the 3 reasons, let me talk about programming. Your financial behaviors are not random. They are the product of messages you received about money, explicitly and implicitly, from the moment you were old enough to observe. If you grew up in a household where money was a source of stress and conflict, your nervous system learned to associate money with anxiety. If you heard phrases like "money does not grow on trees," "rich people are greedy," or "we cannot afford that," those phrases became part of your financial operating system. They shape your decisions automatically, often without your awareness. A person who grew up hearing money is always scarce will unconsciously spend money quickly when they receive it, because holding it creates anxiety. This is not irresponsibility. It is a predictable psychological response to years of early programming. Understanding this does not excuse financial choices, but it explains them. And you cannot change what you do not understand. Real reason number 1, you were never taught the mechanics, not the mindset, the actual mechanical knowledge, how compound interest works, how a credit score is calculated, and what actually affects it, what a Roth IRA is and why it exists, how to read a pay stub and understand every deduction, how tax brackets actually work. Most people fundamentally misunderstand this. What is the difference between an asset and a liability is? These are not complex concepts. They take hours, not years, to understand. But they were never presented to you in a clear, accessible format. Without this mechanical foundation, financial decisions are made by intuition rather than knowledge. And financial intuition in someone who was never taught is almost always wrong. Real reason number 2. The system is genuinely designed to extract money from you, rather than help you accumulate it. This is not a conspiracy theory. It is a business model. Credit card companies earn billions from late fees and interest charges. Banks design overdraft systems that trap people in fee cycles. Marketing is a trillion-dollar industry dedicated entirely to creating desire for things you did not want before seeing the advertisement. Financial products are deliberately made complex, so consumers feel they need paid advisors. Payday lenders specifically target people in financial stress. Every one of these is a rational, legal business strategy. And together they create an environment where keeping money is genuinely harder than the previous generation experienced. Acknowledging this is not making excuses. It is identifying the obstacles accurately so you can navigate them deliberately. Real reason number 3. Comparison culture has made financial decisions worse than any generation in history. Your grandparents compared their finances to their immediate neighbors and family. You compare your finances to a curated highlight reel of every person you have ever met, every influencer you follow, and every advertisement designed to make you feel inadequate. The research is unambiguous. Social comparison is one of the primary drivers of financial stress and poor financial decision-making. People overspend on things they do not need to project an image to people who are too focused on their own financial stress to notice. The car bought to impress, the holiday shared on social media, the phone upgrade that is not needed, all driven by comparison, all destroying wealth. The antidote is not ignoring social media. It is understanding the mechanism well enough that you can observe it without being controlled by it. Now here is the mindset reframe that changes everything. Stop measuring your financial progress against other people. Start measuring it against your previous self only. Here is why this single shift is so powerful. Financial progress is non-linear. It is slow, barely visible, and then suddenly dramatic. The first few years of building wealth feel like nothing is happening because the compounding has not kicked in yet. If you measure against others during those early years, especially others performing for social media, you will always feel behind, and that feeling creates destructive financial decisions. But if you measure against your own baseline, am I doing better than I was 6 months ago? Then every single step forward is a win. A $500 emergency fund beats zero. A $100 monthly investment beats nothing. A canceled unused subscription is genuine progress. Progress is progress regardless of anyone else's timeline. Let me give you 3 practical first steps that work regardless of where you are starting. Step 1. Write down one money belief you have held for a long time that might not actually be true. Just one. Examples. Money is hard to hold on to. Investing is for rich people. I always end up broke. Write it down. Then write down where you first heard it. Tracing a belief back to its origin often immediately reduces its power. Step 2. Identify one financial concept you have always found confusing and spend 30 minutes this week learning it properly. Not a deep course. 30 focused minutes. Choose one concept from the list we covered earlier. How compound interest works, how a credit score is calculated, what a Roth IRA is. Step 3. Identify one financial decision in the last month that was driven by comparison or social pressure rather than genuine need. Just identify it. Awareness is the first step. Here is the most important thing I can tell you in this video. You are not bad with money. You are someone who was given incomplete information and placed in a system that works against you, and you are doing the best you can with what you have. The shift from "I am bad with money" to "I am learning how money works" changes everything. Not because it is more comfortable, because it is more accurate, and accurate beliefs lead to better decisions. A person who believes they are bad with money gives up when they make a financial mistake, because it confirms the belief. A person who believes they are learning makes the same mistake and asks, "What can I learn from this?" Same mistake, completely different trajectory. Let me show you what changes when this belief shifts. In my experience and the research on financial behavior change, people who make this identity shift show 3 concrete measurable improvements. First, they are significantly more likely to seek out financial education because learning is consistent with their identity. Second, they recover faster from financial mistakes because mistakes become learning opportunities, not identity confirmation. Third, they are more likely to start investing even with small amounts because starting is consistent with someone who is learning, not someone who is bad with money and will just lose it. The belief change is not the end of the journey. It is the beginning of a completely different one. Here is your one action from this video. In the next 24 hours, write down the single money belief that has held you back the most. Just write it. Then write 3 pieces of evidence from your life that contradict it. 3 times you handled money well. 3 times you made a good financial decision. They do not need to be large. They just need to be real. The evidence is there. You just have not been looking for it. Drop a comment below. Have you ever told yourself you are bad with money? Drop yes or no. You are not alone in this. And this channel exists specifically for people who are ready to change that story.